I feel like the most underappreciated aspect of school are the field trips. You have teachers from around the school willingly taking care of unthankful brats that aren't even their own kids. If I were a teacher, I sure as heck would not volunteer. That's what the parent volunteers are for. But that's just from the adult side of things. From the kids' side, field trips are the greatest experience known to man. It's the only time going to school is fun. 'Cause you're leaving school. When this random shower thought occurred to me, it got me thinking, what was my worst field trip? Then I remembered my first grade field trip to the safari. This was my worst and best field trip ever. Keep in mind I was in the first grade when all this happened, so my memories are a bit foggy. It's a miracle I can even remember this much. Anyway, I remember starting out the day as a very excited gremlin. I remember starting out the day as a very excited kid. I went to school and immediately started to talk to my friends in class about it. Once the bus arrived, I got even more excited because this meant I could spend a whole day with a friend of mine from a different classroom. We didn't end up getting on the same bus. After 30 long minutes of tedious waiting, the bus suddenly stops. I thought we reached our destination, but instead we were in the middle of nowhere. Everyone was panicking except for me because I was too tired at this point. Something that did start my engine is when the teacher told us to get out of the bus. This can't be right. A lion could come out at any second and rip off my frontal lobe, exposing all my, I don't know, Kool-Aid juice. I guess I was right in a way. Our bus had a flat tire, meaning we had to wait for another one to come and pick us up. The teacher said the bus would come in 10 minutes, but I kid you not, we were waiting outside in the blazing heat for what felt like an hour. You want to know what the worst part was? There were wasps everywhere. A child's greatest fear, at least for me. After I was running in circles for what felt like an hour, our new bus finally arrived. And the new bus didn't even have air conditioning, so we were all perpetually sweating. After 10 more minutes, we arrived at the safari. I was really tired at this point, but when we finally got on the tour bus, I couldn't help but be amazed by all the animals. The zebras, rhinos, and of course, the lions. They said don't make funny faces at the animals, but I was in the first grade, so sue me. The tour was supposed to last an hour, but the worst possible thing happened. After only 10 minutes, it started to rain. Oh no. That meant all the animals were going back inside their shelters, so we couldn't see any of them. The next 50 minutes was us just staring at the animals' facial matter for entertainment. After the tour, massive quotation marks right there by the way, we were supposed to do activities like wall climbing in the play place, but since it was raining, we couldn't do anything. We ended up hiding under a dead tree that didn't even cover us at all. Not sure why our teacher didn't let us in one of the restaurants, but nevertheless, I used my bag to cover me from the rain. Some kids started to do what I did, but then I realized this is what I wanted. I was so hot, so I started to let the cold rain get on me. Yes, while kids were crying, I was embracing the rain. For about 5 seconds, then I realized this wasn't doing anything because the rain was warm and gross. But my tears aren't. I almost immediately switched back to using my bag because the rain, as mentioned before, felt warm and gross. After 20 minutes of this, our bus arrived to take us home. Here's the kicker though. Remember when I said earlier in the video that this trip's bonus is that I could hang out with a friend of mine from a different classroom? Well, I couldn't even hang out with him since it was raining. I didn't even see him, but that's not the part that gets me mad. When we were walking towards the bus, I saw him and his entire class walk out of a restaurant completely dry, and by the time they came out, the rain stopped. When I'm about to delete someone. When me and the class sat on the bus, we were all worn out. Sitting down was uncomfortable since we made everything we touched wet. I couldn't wait to go home and show my mom how bad this field trip was and show myself as the evidence. But of course, when I finally got home, I was dry. However, looking back at it, I think the field trip was actually really fun. The fact I can still remember it means it was great. At least I think that's how logic works. Just the journey was awesome.